Hi guys, welcome back. For those who are new, I'm Tia.
And I'm Brittany.
And this is Big Mama Energy.
Big Mama Energy, welcome back.
So today we're going to have story time, and our story time is going to be
about stalkers.
Stalkers.
In person.
How many of us have them? Okay. So it's going to be in person stalkers, like actual people physically stalking you.
Right.
And then we're going to
do some internet stuff as well, social media stalkers, because that is a thing.
So we're going to just get into it. We obviously have our wine. Okay. So I'm going to start it off, and I'm going to tell you about this stalker of mine. This was an actual, in real life stalker. He was actually my boyfriend. Like, I was dating him. I had to be about 17, 18, and that was my guy. Did I know he was a stalker? Absolutely not. Things just started to transpire and things started happening, and I picked up one and was like, okay, this is crazy. All right, so the first thing that he actually did that I started to realize that he was crazy is, like, one day he called me on the phone, right? So I answered and talking to him, and we just talking regular. We had been on the phone for almost an hour now.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, so what you doing? He like, oh, I'm sitting outside. And I'm like, oh, all right. The whole time he was sitting outside of my house. Like, he made it seem like he was sitting on his step. And he lived in South Philly. He was on my step the whole entire time we was on the phone. I went over to the curtain. Matter of fact, I think Nadeja was there, my niece. So she went over and she peeked out the window, and he was sitting on the steps talking and having a whole conversation the entire time.
Not the front steps.
The front steps.
Okay.
Okay. Another situation happened where one of my best friends, she was like in a dance club, whatever you want to call it. So we was at her practice, and we were leaving. And he called me, and he was just like, oh, what you doing today? And I'm like, oh, I'm walking home from my friend's dance practice. And as I'm walking down the street, we on the phone, and he like, yeah, I'm chilling. I'm like, all right. An ambulance or a cop car rolled past me.
Right.
And the sirens that were in my background was now in his background over the phone. Like, I could hear the same sirens, the same car that drove past me. I could hear it inside the phone, which meant that he was nearby.
He was creeping. Okay.
But what he don't know is I'm a very smart person. So, like, I'm on the phone with him the whole time. Like, all right, what's going on? Where you at? What you doing? Da-da-da. Whole time I'm peeking around a corner. I peeks around a corner, and I noticed that he's not, like, on my block. Well, he's on my block, but he's not on my step. He's across the street from my house. Okay. Sitting on somebody else's steps, by the way. Like,
so he don't care.
He don't care. Clearly.
He's out here. He's crazy.
So I peeked around the corner, and once I noticed that he was there, I was just like, oh, I'm gonna go to my best friend's house. I'm gonna just sleep at her house tonight or whatever. And I literally had to wait about 10-15 minutes. After we got off the phone, he finally decided to leave. And
he decided to pull off.
Then I was literally hiding in somebody's back alleyway before I could mosey in the house, because he was sitting out there waiting for me.
I don't understand what possesses people like that. That's not cool.
And the crazy thing is, he was my boyfriend. Like, he was somebody I was dating. It wasn't a random person. He was just like, I don't know, mentally.
But y'all were just dating? Like, did y'all just start dating? Like, I'm just trying to paint a picture here.
So I think we were probably like a month or so in.
I still new.
It's still new.
Popping up at somebody's house stalking
them. It's still new. But you know, when you're younger, you just be like in a situation and you thought it was like.
You thought it was,
that. And it just got really intense. So I actually stopped talking to him. Yeah. And it got worse. Like, as I said, I was probably like 17. So one day, I came outside. And at the time, my mom was outside, my aunt, everybody on the block was just outside my house. I forgot what they was talking about. And as I'm like standing at the front door, I noticed somebody's walk from behind. Now, you know when you're dealing with somebody, you know their walk. I'm just saying, like,
yes, you know they won't get. Well, hold on, wait a minute.
Hold on, that look like. So I'm like, I seen his back, and he like walking down the street. So I'm like, I know that ain't. And sure enough, he got in his car that was parked on my side of the street. He did a U-turn on my block and then parked across the street. Okay? So at this time, now I'm like, okay, because now my mother is around. Like, you doing the most. And, like, I don't want you to cause no type of scene. So what I did is I was like, oh, Mom, I'm going to go to the store. Leaving out the house.
Right.
So I left out the house. And I started walking down the street. He must have noticed me come out the house, did another U-turn, and he almost cut me off, like running me over when I was about to go across the street.
He's about to hit you with the car.
Yes. Okay. So I walked down to the next 100 so he could be like out of the view of my mother and everybody.
Yeah.
And like, we had gotten to an argument. I was like, yo, what are you doing? Like, go ahead. So after that argument, he sped off. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I'm thinking it's done. It's done, it's over with. So I goes back down to my block.
Because this is juicy.
At the time, my best friend actually was talking to one of my neighbors. And one of my neighbors, we're like cousins. We called each other cousins because their mom was really close and stuff like that. So his mom had asked him to go to the store to get some cigarettes. So I was on the phone with my best friend at the time. So he took my phone and was talking to my best friend on the phone because they was dating or whatever. Right. So I go to the store with them. He's still on the phone with my best friend talking to her, whatever. So we come out the store. Now, mind you, I walked out the store first. So as I'm walking out the corner store, somebody jumps in front of me and cuts me off. And it's the guy again.
He's like, it's me. I'm welcome back.
Where did you come from? He started cursing me out, calling me all types of B's out of my name because I guess he thought like I was dating this guy that I was in the store with. God. And the crazy thing is the tables turned because soon as Mike seen this guy in my face, he started airing him out.
Oh my God.
He was like, don't be talking to my sister like that. And then the guy started,
to back off.
He was like, oh, I didn't know. And I'm like, So he left. But that wasn't the end. Like,
this man is persistent. Like,
he's very persistent. He's very persistent. But the last time it happened, I had some friends over my house. Because I was still in school, actually. I was still in school. I was still in high school. And me and a couple of friends had came to my house after school. And he called my phone. He would keep calling my phone. So me and my friends were about to leave. I was walking them to the trolley stop or whatever so they could go home. Right. And he called my phone. So my friend at the time, I think Marcy, she picked up the phone. And he was like, can I speak to Tia? Automatically knew it wasn't it. He's like, can I speak to Tia? And she was like, oh, she's not here right now. He's like, I'm watching her walk up the street.
Okay. No, he needs to be in jail. At this point, that is stalking and harassing somebody. He was like,
I'm watching her walk up the street right now. So now we all shook. It's three of us. We like, I turned down. So when I turned to my left, looked down the street, he was at the corner of the block just standing there. Just in there. And he begged me to come talk to him. He was like, can you please come talk to me? Like, I really want to talk to you. So my dumb self, I went to talk to him. Like an idiot. And I got in the car with him. And he's just like telling me all this stuff. And I'm like, well, you are acting crazy. Like, you're following me. You're doing all of this extra stuff. And you're scaring me. Like, I don't know what's wrong with you. Right. And I guess by me seeing, like, I don't know what's wrong with you, triggered him.
He like, oh, you don't know what's wrong.
Child, he started punching the steering wheels, punching the windows. So anybody that knows me back in the day, I used to have individuals. That's all I used to wear in my hair. I used to braid my hair all the time. Have my hair down, individuals. So once he started yelling and carrying on and throwing fists, I went to go jump out the car. He pulled me back by my braids. And I started screaming. This lady was coming out of her house. And once I started screaming, she looked and he let me go. And I got out of there. But yes,
and I know I'm laughing, but that is not funny. That's crazy.
It was crazy.
You know what I mean? I mean, we can laugh at it now, but no. Like, what is wrong? I just want to know, what is on your mind when you do that? Like, what?
Mental things. I don't know. Like, honestly, he wasn't, like, he was just now starting to come into himself. Like, first of all, the crazy thing is, a lot of y'all, I'm not going to mention no names, but a lot of y'all probably follow him.
Oh.
For sure. And a lot of y'all probably think he is just the finest thing. And he is. He is a fine man. He definitely glowed up, for sure. And he was just, when we started dating, I think he was just starting to come into himself. Because he was, like, the glow up challenge, if you put his picture from back in the day to now, it's drastic. It's extreme. And like I said, I think when we first started talking, he was just coming into himself. So, I don't know. Like, he was insecure. He had issues, like, mentally. And he was a psychopath. And honestly, yeah.
That was one for the books.
Yes, that was definitely one for the books.
I hope he has calmed down since then.
I hope so.
Because
I hope so. He probably got arrested a couple of times. I mean, this is what I think. Like, was it just me?
Girl.
That's what I'm seeing. Like, the way he was acting, I'm like,
the way he seemed like he was good at this. Like, you know what I mean? This don't seem like this was his first rodeo.
Yeah.
Stalking somebody. So I don't think that was his first time.
It was intense.
He was
and he didn't care.
He was,
He didn't care though. And that's the crazy thing. Wow. Like, he did not care. He didn't care.
That was
So yeah, that's one of my stalker stories. So
wow.
Yeah,
take a drink.
Yes, take a drink to the okay?
Because for getting away. Take a drink to get away.
Getting away, okay?
Making it out.
By the grace of God, okay?
My story was, I guess it was more so kind of social media, like over that. It was my boyfriend. We did meet in person. He was in college at the time.
Right.
To be a psychologist. Well, listen, watch out for them. But no,
for real. Watch out for them.
Ironically enough, I liked him. He was very attractive. You know what I mean? Like, as soon as I laid eyes on him, I was like, oh my gosh, he drew me in. And I was young. I think I was like 17, 18. I was like, oh my gosh, he likes me, whatever, feeling myself. So this man goes back to college because he was on a break. He goes back to school, and we proceed to do the, long distance thing, trying to do it. This is when Facebook was around, so it wasn't Instagram yet. Facebook was popping, even if Instagram wasn't around. Facebook was like really prominent.
Was the thing at that time.
And Twitter as well. So that's what the time frame was. So I'm, on Facebook, doing my thing, posting my, pictures and things like that. Cute. He got real controlling real quick. He was like, no, I want you to delete your Facebook. You know what I mean? He's like, I want you to shut it down because I don't want you on it. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, you met me on there.
Right.
Like, but I was young, so I was like, well, okay. So I deactivated my Facebook account. And that wasn't good enough, okay? That wasn't good. This man wanted me to answer my phone around the clock. Like, whenever he called, my little flip phone, because it was back then. I was like, I'm busy. Like, back in the day, we weren't really attached to our phones like that. I'm like, I'm busy. He like, you cheating on me, you're a whore, all this stuff. I was everything in a book, okay? He was crazy. I didn't tell him I loved him, and that was a trigger. I was like, listen, I like you. I'm getting to know you, but I don't love you. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm just gonna keep it a being with you. I don't love you. That sent him over the edge. He proceeded to call my phone 20 to 30 times a day.
Now,
texting me. I had to block him. And back in the day, you couldn't just block somebody from your phone. Like, I had to call my provider, T-Mobile, like, excuse me. And I go, why do you want to block this man? Well, he's threatening my life. Like, I had to tell him he was threatening my life in order for them to block him. And they blocked him off the phone. So he's, I reactivated my Facebook because I'm like, I'm done. He's crazy.
Right.
Like, I'm cool. I'm not dealing with that. So he proceeds to message me on Facebook, like threatening me, like, if you don't unblock my number, I'm coming down there. It's gonna get real. I'm like, yo, he's a psychopath. Like, I'm like, it's a lot of girls out here. It's a lot of girls. Like,
He wanted you. He
you
said
can go
she's
here
fine too, but I want you.
I was like, oh my gosh, I was like terrified.
Yo.
So I actually blocked him on Facebook. Now, I actually sent this man, some inappropriate pictures.
We all
We all have
so,
done it. Unfortunately, I sent them to the wrong one because this man, he was smart. Like he stayed away. I'm thinking like, okay, I don't got to deal with him no more. He's going. He hasn't reached out to me.
The crazy thing is he never went anywhere. He was just
he was lurking.
around and you just didn't know.
I didn't know.
Right,
I was on Twitter having a good
That's
time.
how they do.
On Facebook. Next thing I know, this man, he told me he was going to post a picture of my nude. I was like mortified. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm like, damn. He's like, so you need to like start talking to me again or it's going to get real. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I'm young. I'm like, it's going to get real. This man has my picture. Like, and now I got to talk to him and play like I like him. I did that for a while because I was like, shit, you know what I mean? I had family following me. Like, I didn't want to be exposed. But you know what? After a while, I said, fuck it. I said, listen, but it is what it is. I said, listen, I'm not dealing with this. Like, if you want to do it, do it.
Right.
Okay, I look good. At the end of the day, if you're going to do it, because I'm not going to be harassed and, like, blackmailed into talking to you. And it was what it was. So I was like, I stopped talking to him again, blocked him. I'm on Twitter, minding my business. First it was Facebook. I actually had another boyfriend. I moved on. And next thing I know, actually my sister was in the car, I think, or was with her boyfriend. Yeah. My picture comes down her boyfriend's timeline.
Right.
And it was with my chest out. I didn't have anything else, but my boobs were shown. And she called me, and I'm in the car with my new boyfriend. And she's like, and I told him about the situation. I told him about my stalker. But she's like, yo, Brittany, he posted your picture on Facebook. I'm like, no, he did not. This was like a year later, or was it like months later?
It was a while later. Nobody was thinking about him.
I thought I was in the clear.
I couldn't even believe it. Like especially because it was my boyfriend who seen it.
Oh God, I was embarrassed. I was like,
wait,
this man.
I couldn't believe it. But this is why nudes are dead.
This is why it's a done bun. Let me tell you something. Or keep your face out of it. Like I was having a good time, smiling. No, keep your face out of it. If you are going to do that, don't do that. I was young. I didn't realize, but now we're smarter. Right. But the thing was, he went above and beyond, and I called him. I'm like, are you kidding me? First of all, I reported that picture immediately, and it got taken down. Everybody reported it. But it was just like corny. At one point on Facebook, like I said, was a thing to try to expose people, which was corny.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it was definitely a thing.
And I was like, that was my boyfriend at the time. I trusted him, you know what I mean? And he violated that trust completely. But yeah, so I called him. I'm like, what is wrong with you? He was like, I told you if you didn't, if you stopped talking to me, I was going to, expose you. And I'm like, you're a clown. And this is really ridiculous to me. Move on with your life.
Didn't you actually threaten him
Not at that time.
Okay.
So we moved on. Move forward. I'm on Twitter. Minding my business. I'm new to Twitter. We was having a good time.
Right.
Twitter was a vibe at one point for me.
It was.
This man was on Twitter, unbeknownst to me, collecting up my followers and following everybody that I followed secretly, lurking. Took my pictures from off of Twitter and made like another Twitter page of mine, like to look like it was me.
Mm-hmm. You took the name and everything.
Took my name. He kind of twitched it up a little bit, but took my name. And said like a bio on there, like, oh, I'm a whore, da 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 da. I'm like, yo, it's really annoying. Like, it's not funny. It's not funny, but I could laugh at it, But so yeah, he made a Twitter page of me, and then he put that nude up there, and I didn't know it was up there until somebody brought it to my sister's attention once again. Like, is this your sister? Like, what's going on?
Right.
I'm like, this man has too much time. At that point, I threatened to get the cops involved. I actually talked to a police officer, and I was like, how do you go about, getting somebody arrested for, like, posting your pictures on social media? You know what I mean? Your nudity or whatever. And so I had a chat with that police officer. He told me, "Oh yeah, all we need is an address, phone number. We can trace it back to their account." I had a conversation with that man. I said, "Excuse me, this is the last time. Like, I'm going to the police. You will get locked up. They will confiscate your laptop, all of that. Like, you know what I mean? Because this is ridiculous." And that was the last conversation I had with him. You know, and I haven't heard anything since. Let's knock on some wood, because goddamn it, I don't know what was wrong with that man.
Okay.
To this day, I don't know where he is. I wish you well. But it was like,
ridiculous.
And this man had girlfriends in between. I'm like, leave me alone. I just want to be left alone. They don't be caring. You know what I mean? So that was my experience with a stalker. It was like, he really was a stalker online. And I knew him in person, but it was like he did all of his, you know, all of his mischief or whatever, all of his creepiness online.
Via social media.
You just never knew.
Right.
Via social media, you never knew. Right. It was like, you know, and it made me not want to be on, you know, the internet. I didn't want to be on Facebook and Twitter, because I was like, I don't know when this video is going to come popping up. And I had to take that power back. I'm like, you know what? No. Okay, it's not okay. You will be arrested, because I'm not playing this game with you.
Yeah, that was definitely not okay at all.
Yeah.
And it's just like a control thing. Like, oh, you're going to talk to me because I have this over your head. And it's like,
right.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous.
That was crazy for sure. By far. I was like,
and it was scary, because it could have turned very well into something else.
It definitely could.
At the rate this man was going, who knows? Okay, so.
But yeah, so that's our story time. If you guys have any crazy stalker stories, definitely share them with us. Actually, you guys can email us if you have any stories that you want to share. Our email is bigmamaenergy@gmail.com.
Yes. So send all of your stories there, if you want to share them. Also, if you have any, you know, advice that you need.
Any advice.
Any confessions.
Whatever you think is good topics.
Good topics, yeah.
Anything that you want to share with us. Anything that you want any feedback on. Just let us know.
Just
send us an email. Yeah. And until next time.
Until next time.
Bye.